Good day everyone, and welcome back to DX Explorer for another video. In today's video we have another review, a tiny but mighty little radio from Tidradio. This is the TD-H3, is a VHF UHF 5 watts radio, but it can do a lot more than that, and we're going to take a closer look in just a little bit. I take the TD-H3 as the smaller brother of the TD-H8, which I also presented a while back. You can go have a look at that video if you haven't seen it already. And if you did, then I guess you already know how much I like the TD-H8. That one comes in a bigger package. It has about 10 watts of power. For that reason, it stays at home right now, and I use it mainly for satellite QSOs. On the other hand, the TD-H3 is a lot smaller. It fits very well in my hand, it's very light, and for this reason, it always sticks on my photography backpack every time I go out doing landscape photography. I have a feeling that this TD-H3 is going to be a game changer in the Baofeng style radios. But anyway, let's get here on the table really quick. We're going to take a closer look at this radio, see a couple of details, and I have a feeling that by the end of this video you will like the TD-H3 as much as I do. Alright, so let's have a quick look at what you have in the package when you receive it. Of course, you get the radio. And the radio comes with a belt clip, which you will have to install. I already did. You have the battery. We're going to talk about the battery in just a little bit. Let's see what else we have. You get a smaller antenna, and you also get this bigger antenna. Now I'm not sure if these are designed for different frequencies, and you will have to change them depending on the bands that you're using, but I'm going to double check that a little bit later. We're going to do some antenna tests. You have this lanyard, you have a charger, like a desk charger, then you have the USB cable to charge your radio. This one works both for the desk charger, and also you can use it for your straight to the battery. You can charge the battery straight away with the cable. You don't really need the desktop charger. You get the manual, of course, because you're going to need this one, and I would really recommend you to read it, and of course the USB charger. So I said we're going to take a closer look at the battery. So here on the label on the back of the radio it says the model TD-H3. The voltage is 7.4 volts, you have an FCC ID, and of course the serial number of the radio. On the battery pack there's another label, tells you again 7.4 volts and a battery capacity of 2500 milliamps. Now I didn't get to use this one as much, just because I didn't have much free time lately to actually finish the battery and see how much it holds. But I have a feeling that considering that with the TD-H8 I'm actually impressed about the battery life, I'm pretty sure this one won't disappoint me either. The LCD is pretty big, it's nice and colored, and it's very similar to the one present on TD-H8. Of course, it's just a little bit smaller. And of course, the same thing that I liked at the TD-H8 is the fact that I can use a bunch of characters to actually name my channels. So I don't have to put a bunch of code names like the ones that I used to have on the Baofeng, that I had no idea a while later what exact channels I programmed into the radio. So here, for example, I have ISS, but it's the channel where you can talk straight to the astronauts. This is the repeater with the Doppler effect and everything you needed. AO85 and so on, and I have a bunch of other local repeaters programmed into the radio. We're going to get to the programming part a little bit later. Right now let's check a little bit what power can we get out of this little radio. We are going to do a quick power test. I'm going to put it on low power, and no, what do I do here? Low. I'm going to stay on the 2 meters band with low power, and I'm going to use my homemade RF watt meter. I start transmitting, we get just a little bit over 2 watts. Now I'm going to change the settings again, and I'll go with the power from low to high. I'm going to start transmitting again, and it's just a little bit over 6 watts, almost 7 watts, about, I would say, somewhere around 6.7, 6.8 watts. And right now I'm going to change it from the 2 meters band down to 70 centimeters. And from my experience, I would say that it should have a little bit lower power on the 70 centimeters band. I'll change the, no, it is on low. So I'm going to start transmitting again, about 1 watt. And right now I'm going to change the power settings to high. We're going to do another test. And this is somewhere about 5.8, almost 6 watts. Something around there. 5.3, 5.5, almost 6 watts anyway. About there, a little bit over 5 watts. So anyway, I'm pretty happy. I'm quite excited that it actually does have the power. Now, of course, this homemade RF watt meter might not be 100% accurate, but at least for the 2 meters band, I actually measured the voltage on the RF probe here on the output, and the power was indeed around 6.7 watts, something like that, with the battery fully charged. Of course, as the battery will go low, your power will go a little bit lower as well. Alright, so let's do a quick nano VNA test, even though I don't take this as very accurate. But I connected the bigger antenna this time. But you have to keep in mind that usually the antenna gets connected to the radio, and we hold the radio in our hand at a certain height, and at the same time we become the counterpoints of the antenna. So that's the reason why I don't really take this this test very accurate, but at least it gives me an idea of whereabout the antenna resonates. And in this case, right now, let me just move it a little bit so I can touch this button. I have a weird position over here. So at this point, resonates somewhere around 133 megahertz, and the SWR is about 1.15 to 1. Not bad at all. But of course you can tell that as soon as I move the antenna, that will change a little bit. But anyway, let's move over to the second drop, and let's see what's the other frequency that where it resonates. Okay, this is the lowest point. So this is somewhere around 311 megahertz, 311.8 megahertz, and the SWR is somewhere around 1.2 to 1. So yeah, it's not bad. But let's disconnect this bigger antenna, and I'm going to connect the smaller one out of curiosity to see where this one resonates the best. Ideally would be to have an antenna for each frequency, but of course we will have to change that antenna all the time, every time we try to transmit on a different frequency. Yeah, but this one is a different situation. Yeah, this depends a lot of how I move the position of the antenna. As soon as I get it closer to the table, the SWR drops. So yeah, anyway, but let's see, out of curiosity, I don't even know how to hold this one. So I have a drop somewhere around 469 megahertz in the SWR right now, but as again is not accurate, remember that. Let's see, 474 megahertz, and the SWR is somewhere around 2.1 to 1. But remember, this will definitely change as soon as you connect it to your radio and you put it at the proper height. You see now it went down to 1 to 9, and the same the other drop. But the idea is that I want to see the exact frequency where it resonates, so I know which antenna I should use for which frequency. So again, we're gonna take a closer look at the radio. You have a nice speaker over here in the front. It sounds really nice, at least I like it. I've been listening for the past 2-3 evenings on the local repeaters of the guys chatting around. The buttons are really nice and comfortable, very easy to figure out, very nicely labeled, and the menu access is very quick. You have about 54 menu items, and I like the fact that you get to actually understand what the menu means, just because of the fact that you have a lot of text available into the display. And I really like this one. I might have to do an update on my firmware. I haven't done it yet. Anyway, yeah, so it's really easy to program it, even manually. But of course, it's a lot easier to program it using the chip software, using the app, the Odmaster from Tidradio, or the dedicated software to program the Tidradio devices. And of course, the easiest way, and I think the most convenient way, is to program it using the Odmaster app, just because you have the built-in Bluetooth into the radio, which, by the way, you hold on onto this blue button. Let's turn on the light. So I'm going to hold the button a little bit longer, and the Bluetooth will turn on the screen. Once you finish programming your radio, to save battery, you will just have to hold it again a little bit longer and turn it off. So anyway, let's get on the phone really quick and check how it connects to the Odmaster app. Now, you'll have to excuse me, I don't know how well you get to see this, but I have a very, very weird position here to be able to film both of them, just because I have only one lens available right now for the camera. I'm going to skip the login on the app and connect the Bluetooth device to the Tidradio, which doesn't want to connect. So let's do it again. I'm going to refresh. It's found the radio. I don't know how well you can see on the screen, just because of the light. So it got connected through Bluetooth, the phone to the radio. I'm going to select the model. So I have Tidradio and I have TD-H3 ham version. And now all I have to do is to click the read button, and it's going to read all the information from the radio. Anyway, usually I program the radio with regular cable, because you guys know me, I like analog stuff. I'm not so much into digital, but having the app, especially if you're going somewhere portable on top of a mountain or something, I found the app and the Bluetooth, the built-in Bluetooth, big advantage, because you don't have to carry a laptop with you or just spend a lot of time programming your radio manually. And if you want to program some local repeaters really quick, you can do it very easy through the app. So from here you basically change the channel of all the channels that you have available. There are 200 channels, 195, yeah, 200 channels available that you can program. I have about 62 programs, channels that are already programmed. Those appear with green, and the ones with red are the ones that are free. So again, we're going to take channel 1, for example. It tells you the receive frequency, transmit frequency, and so on. I'm not going to go through all the details. TX power, PTT ID, scan, add name. You can change the name and add the name over there, and so on. So it's really, really nice. it's very easy to use, and yeah, I like it a lot. So anyway, that's it for the app. Probably sometime at some point I might do a separate video about programming the Tidradio TD-H3 or the TD-H8 through the app, through the chip software, or through the dedicated software provided by Tidradio. Alright, so talking about programming the radio, again, I will repeat myself, you can do it through the Odmaster app and the built-in Bluetooth of the radio, or you can do it by using the regular programming cable, like in any Baofeng style radio, or right now you can use it with the USB-C cable, and you can program your radio with a computer this way. I guess it should work with the chip software as well, but I'm not sure. I haven't checked that yet. Definitely should work with the software provided by Tidradio, the programming software. So yeah, probably I'm going to talk more about this when I'm going to do the programming video. Again, it's a radio that I really like. Again, it's very comfortable, very good size. I like it, and all I can say is that I would definitely recommend you this one, and I hope you like it as much as I do. I will have to try it for some satellite QSOs as well, because I'm planning to at least use it as a monitoring radio, and probably the bigger one, the Tidradio TD-H3, I will use it to transmit. So yeah, we'll see. I will try an interesting combination of these two. But anyway, I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Until then, 73, and have an amazing rest of the week.